Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Essential Grammar in Use lesson. If you would like to work from home, we recommend you buy the Essential Grammar in Use book. This will keep you up to date with everything that we do in class. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Today, we are talking about lesson 14. Okay, and lesson 14 is about I was doing past continuous and I did past simple. Before we get started, I would like to kindly remind you to make sure you turn in all of your previous homeworks. All of them will be posted in the video description. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we keep going, I'll give you a quick recap on who I am. Hello, my name is Yusuf. I'm from Cairo, Egypt, but I live and study in the United States of America. I will be your teacher for this course. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay. So here we have a man reading, okay? This man's name is Jack. So Jack was reading a book. Okay, so he's sitting down. He's reading. His green shirt, blue pants, and his phone is next to him. Then the next thing says, his phone rang, okay? Which means someone was calling him. So he stopped reading. Okay, he closed his book and he answered the phone to see who was calling him. So what happened? His phone rang. So rang is past simple. Why? Because rang means that it happened before. So it rang before. So what was Jack doing when his phone rang? He was reading a book. Because he was reading a book. He's not reading a book now. He was reading a book when his phone rang. So what did he do when his phone rang? He stopped reading and answered his phone. Okay. So that's past simple. And he was reading a book was past continuous. Okay. So Jack began reading before his phone rang. So when his phone rang, he was reading. Okay. So he started reading. And he was reading throughout all of this time. Then right here, he stopped reading. Why? Because right here, his phone rang. So he stopped reading, and then a little bit later, and he answers the phone. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the second slide here. Okay, so we have past simple examples. What did you do yesterday morning? Okay, then B is we played tennis. We played tennis. Is that past simple or present simple? You can write your answers in the chat. So we played tennis is past simple. Okay. So it says they played tennis from 10 to 11:30. So they started at 10 o'clock and they finished at 11:30. Okay. All right. So we played. That's a complete action. So we have another one. Jack read a book yesterday. Okay. So Jack read a book yesterday. Is that past simple or present simple? Does anyone know? That's past simple. Okay. All right. Good job. Why? Because it's read. It's saying that he did it before. He didn't do it now. Now we have, did you watch the game on TV last night? Did you watch the game on TV last night? Is that past simple or present simple? That is past simple. And it would be a question. Okay, so this is a question. It's a past simple question. Okay, so good job. It didn't rain while we were on holiday. Is that past simple or present simple? All right, so this is past simple, and it's also negative, so good job. So now we have past continuous. Okay, so past continuous, here we have what were you doing at 10:30. But here we have what did you do yesterday morning? Okay, so past continuous is a bit more specific. Okay. And past simple is as it's in the name, it's simple. So we have we were playing tennis. So instead of we played tennis, this is we were playing tennis. Okay. So now we have the start at 10 o'clock, and it's just saying that throughout 10:30 they were playing tennis. Okay. So it's not fully, it's just from 10:30 to the end, they were playing tennis. So it's an unfinished action. So Jack was reading a book when his phone rang. So it's more specific, and it says was reading instead of read. So is it past continuous or past simple? So this one would be past continuous. All right, good job. All right. So now we have, were you watching TV when I phoned you? Would that one be past continuous or past simple? Past continuous. Okay, good job. And then we have the last one. It wasn't raining when I got up. Is that past continuous or past simple? Past continuous. All right, good job. So now we have, I started work at 9 o'clock and finished at 4:30. At 2:30, I was working. So we have, I started work at 9 o'clock and I finished at 4:30. At 2:30, I was working. So is that past continuous or past simple? It's very specific, so maybe that helps. So this one would be past continuous. Why? Because it's very specific. Like with simples, it doesn't really mention the time. Sometimes it'll like mention it in parentheses, but it's not part of the sentence. So, but in past continuous, it mentions the time. So like, what were you doing at 10:30? Okay. So here it says at 2:30, I was working. At 9 o'clock, I started work and I finished at 4:30. So this one's a lot more complex. So it would be past continuous. Okay. Now we have, it was raining when we went out. Is that past simple or past continuous? That's also past continuous. Why? It was is a main word. So we have like Jack was reading. It wasn't raining. So if it was raining when we went out, it would be, it would be continuous. Okay. I saw Lucy and Steve this morning. So we have, I saw Lucy and Steve. They were waiting at the bus stop. Okay. So this one's two. It's both. Okay. So I saw Lucy. That's past simple. They were waiting at the bus stop. That's past continuous. Okay. So that one's both of them. Kelly fell asleep while she was reading. So is this one both or one? It's both. Why? Because Kelly fell asleep. That's past simple. While she was reading, that's past continuous. So there we go. Okay, let's go to the exercises now. All right. So look at the pictures and put the verbs in the correct form, past continuous or past simple. Okay. So Lucy broke her arm. Lucy broke her arm last week. Okay. So we have the word break and we changed it to broke. It still means the same thing, but it fits with the sentence more. Okay. Now we have it happened when she blank. So it happened. How do we change happen to make it fit in the sentence? We can say it happened when she blank. Okay, so happened with an ed at the end. Okay, so now I have when she blank paint. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. We're gonna put was here. Then there's another word. We add to paint and we make another word. Anybody tell me what it is? She was painting. Okay, so she was painting. All right, her room. When she was painting, she fell down. She fell off the ladder. So we had F, E, L. She fell off the ladder. All right, good job. Okay, so now the next one. The train blank at the station. Okay, so we have arrive. How do we change arrive to make it fit? So we can change arrive to arrived. Okay, so the train arrived at the station, and Paula did get here. So we can change that to Paula got off. Two friends of hers, John and Rachel. We have wait. We're waiting. Good job. I'm gonna try to write it, but it's really hard to write with a mouse. So we're waiting. Okay, to meet her. All right, good job. So now we have a picture. This is Sue. Okay, so Sue says hello to James, and James says, I'm going to the station. All right, so yesterday Sue was walking. Okay, was walking. Okay, along the road when she met, good job, met James. We have go. So how could we change this to make it make sense? It wouldn't be went. It would be he was going. Was going to the station to catch a train, and he carry. How could we change this? Carried. CARRIED. Carried a bag. They stop. How could we change that? They stopped. All right. Good job. Okay, let's write that down. They stopped. They stopped to talk for a few minutes. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so put the verb into the past continuous or past simple. Okay, so it's kind of like what we were doing before. So what was the weather like when you got up this morning? Okay, so we changed get to got. It was raining. We changed rain to was raining. Okay. Was Jane busy when you went to see her? Yes, she blank. And we have the word study. So what could you put here? Yes, she was studying. Okay. All right, good job. I'm not going to write that because it would take a really long time. So, yes, she was studying. Okay. Now we have blank. Paul call. Okay. So we're talking about Paul calling someone. So, Paul called you this morning. And it's a question. So, this one would be, did Paul call? Good job. Paul call. Okay. Yes, he blank while I blank. So yes, he call. We have call. How could we change that? Yes, he called. All right. CALLE. Okay. While I have breakfast, we have a blank and then we have. So it would be was having. Was having breakfast. All right, good job. Okay, so was Tracy at work today? No, she not go to work. She was ill. Okay, so we have not go. How could we change that? No, she didn't go to work. All right. Didn't go. Okay, good job. How fast we have you drive when the police? It wouldn't be do you, it would be how fast were you driving? Okay. And then we have when the police stop you. So how could we change stop? It would be stopped. All right. I'm not sure, but I blank, and then we have not drive very fast. But I was not driving very fast. Okay. So we're done with number 5. Okay, 5 more. So your team win the football match yesterday. So they're asking the question, but this is a blank. So what would we put here? Did your team win the football match yesterday? All right, good job. So the weather was bad, so we not play. How could we change not play? We just need to add one word. So we didn't play. All right. So we needed to add did, and we can change did not to didn't. Didn't play. Okay. Number 6 is done. Let's go to number 7. How blank the window, and the blank is you break. So what do we do? How did you break the window? All right, good job. And then we have we play football. I kick the ball, and it hit the window. So one of these would stay the same. So we were playing football. Okay, we were playing. I kicked the ball, and it hit the window. Okay, so this one would still stay hit. All right. So let's go to number 8. Okay. Blank, which is UC. All right. So we have UC here. UC. Jessica last night. Did you see Jessica last night? Good job. And then she has yes, she blank, and then we have wear a very nice jacket. Okay. So what could we do? What could we put there? She was wearing a very nice jacket. All right, good job. Okay, 2 more. What you do at 2 o'clock this morning? What did you do at 2 o'clock this morning? All right, good job. And then the answer is I was asleep. Okay, so that's number 9. One more. I lose my key last night. So how can we change lose? I lost my key last night. How you get into your room? How could we change you get? How did you get in your room? Okay, so how did you get in your room or into your room? Then we have the last part. I climb in through a window. So how can we change climb to make it make sense? So instead of climb, it would be climbed. I climbed in through a window. Okay. All right. Good job, everyone. So, that's all we're gonna do today. So thank you all for coming. Before we end, I would like to remind you to submit all your previous homeworks, and I will see you all next time.